Imagine a world where silence is the loudest sound. No bird song in the morning, no rustle of insects in the undergrowth, no ripple of a fish breaking the surface of a lake. Just wind and water and a crushing, global quiet. This wasn't a post-apocalyptic movie. This was our planet, roughly 252 million years ago, at the end of what geologists call the Permian period. And the event that caused this silence was the most severe extinction Earth has ever endured. We call it the Great Dying. For decades, we've known the grim statistics. About 90% of all species in the ocean and 70% of vertebrate life on land wiped out. But what exactly flipped the kill switch? New evidence is painting a terrifyingly precise picture of the cascade of disasters that nearly ended life's story before the dinosaurs even arrived. I'm Ibnul Jaif Farabi, and this is Echoes of the Ancients. For a long time, the prime suspect has been the Siberian Traps, a colossal volcanic event that erupted for nearly 2 million years, flooding an area the size of the continental United States with lava. But volcanoes erupt all the time without causing mass extinctions. The question was, what made this one so special? The new evidence comes from tiny, almost overlooked clues: mercury and nickel. Researchers drilling into rock layers from that period around the world have found astonishing spikes in mercury. And mercury, it turns out, is a perfect chemical fingerprint for massive volcanic eruptions. It's released from the Earth's mantle in vast quantities. These global mercury spikes confirm that the Siberian volcanoes didn't just affect their backyard. They polluted the entire planet's atmosphere. But here's where it gets even more interesting. In those same rock layers, scientists are also finding elevated levels of nickel. And the most likely source for that nickel? The very rock the Siberian lava was burning through. You see, this wasn't just an eruption through ordinary crust. The magma was intruding through a gigantic basin of coal and carbonate rock, and crucially, through deposits of nickel-rich ore. The volcanoes were essentially acting like a giant blast furnace, vaporizing and launching these toxic metals into the sky. So, picture the first phase of the apocalypse, not just ash and greenhouse gases, but a global rain of poisonous nickel and mercury, seeding the oceans and soils with toxins. This sets the stage for the true killer, climate change on a nightmarish scale. The carbon dioxide from the volcanoes and baked coal beds sent global temperatures soaring by perhaps 10 to 15 degrees Celsius. The oceans warmed dramatically, and then they began to suffocate. The warmer water holds less oxygen, and the decay of all the dying life forms fed bacteria that produce hydrogen sulfide, a toxic, rotten egg gas. New models and chemical signatures in the rock suggest the oceans became not just anoxic, but euxinic, a condition where the waters are not only oxygen-free, but also sulfide-rich. This created vast dead zones where nothing complex could live. The combination of poison, heat, and suffocation on land and sea was utterly devastating. The food web didn't just collapse, it was erased from the bottom up. It's a story that feels unervingly familiar, not in its scale, but in its mechanics. A massive release of greenhouse gases leading to rapid warming. Oceans acidifying and losing their breath. Toxins circulating in the global system. The Great Dying shows us the absolute worst-case scenario of what can happen when you push Earth's systems past a tipping point. It's a geological cautionary tale written in stone and soot and metal. It tells us that life is resilient. It did eventually recover, giving rise to the age of the dinosaurs, but also profoundly fragile. The planet doesn't care in a cosmic sense. It just responds to the chemistry and physics we set in motion. This episode was produced by Light Knot Studios. You can find more deep dives into the stories that shaped our world, from the rise and fall of empires to the revolutions of science, at https://www.lightknotstudios.com. Thank you for listening.